What's up, party people? 안녕하세요.
Chinese.
Today we have Youngwon Kim, Nicholas Yo, Jada Chu, and Ethan Boy. And welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
Clap, clap.
Okay, wow. Thank you for the intro, Ethan. I mean,
No worries, cuz.
he has to make an entrance. 'Cause,
Damn.
You know, this guy's he's the character in this group, isn't he? You know? Look at him. Look at that guy. All right. Well, it's good to be back. As you might have heard already, those are our names, and that's Korean Ethan over there. All right. And yeah, I mean, how's everyone going? Like, everyone good? Oh wait, first we gotta address that, like, the location change. Yeah. So like,
Hey.
yeah, this is only temporary. I know we had some good consistency with the last backdrop, and that was amazing. We want to get back to that as soon as possible, but today, we just couldn't do it, so we're here. So hopefully you guys can get cozy with us as we have our conversation and all that.
Yep.
But yeah, how's everyone doing? Like, everyone good?
Good.
I mean, Ethan, run us up, man. What you been up to? What's going on?
What have you been up to?
I've just started uni, I guess. I'm
Okay.
like 3
Oh.
weeks into uni now. Or 4. Yeah, 4 weeks into uni.
Are you lost yet?
Studying. Am I lost yet?
Yeah.
I'm a bit behind.
Oh,
But no, I'm enjoying it. I'm
It's
studying
good.
commerce.
it's good.
So I'm enjoying like the marketing side of the units. I find it very interesting. So yeah, that's pretty much been me.
Okay.
And then yeah.
Yeah, so
Cool.
pretty boring, huh?
Yep.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay. I mean, I'm just saying. The last time I went to uni, there weren't that many baddies though.
Oh.
But this time around, I was like, dang, these girls are upping in standard. I'm just saying, they're looking good. But yeah.
What is your type of baddie?
Okay. All right.
Well, they just like, I feel like some people don't try in uni. Do you know in school, you just
Yeah,
rock
yeah,
up
yeah.
at school? But like when you hit uni, everyone's like trying to look good. You know what I mean? Like
Not
it's-
really.
Really?
Yeah.
I wore my sweatpants, pajamas. To
Yeah, but
like
there's
uni.
those kind of people. But I feel like
Mhm.
I've like seen more girls like dress up more, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of Vietnamese people too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
nice.
Is that what
But
you're
how do you
into?
know they're Viet?
Besides the point. Well, you can kind of tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We won't get into that.
Yeah, let's not go down
We're not
that
gonna
road.
get it. I was
Yeah, let's
thinking
not
about it in
go
my head. I was
there.
like,
Like, if you meet a Malaysian,
let's
you
not go
see
there.
the accent, you're just like, okay, you're
Oh,
Malaysian.
okay.
How do
Yeah.
you see
So, like,
accent, bro?
No, but like when you like say hi, like yeah.
don't do
So
it.
when you hear it.
Don't do the accent.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Don't do that.
No.
But yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's been me.
All
What
right.
about you
Cool.
guys?
Cool. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm still trying to figure out what year one's question, man. Like, what do you mean? Is he still lost? As in, like,
Or like
gets
lost on
at a campus? Is that what you
No,
meant?
as in like, I feel like I was like when I was in uni, I was constantly lost. Like not just location wise, like I would rock up to class, be like, "What the frick are we doing? Like, where am I? And why am I doing this?"
Yeah. I do have the existential feeling that when like you enter the library and it's just a bunch of people studying, you just like, man, I'm like one of them. You know what I mean? Like you're an
Yeah.
NPC. You're just going
Low-key.
you're just going to do this, and I was just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
man, should I just drop my unit, go to America, and just travel in a bus or in a
On a
van,
bus.
or like those like just
Or
travel the world in a van, homeless.
Like backpacking.
yeah, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
That's
Yeah,
the
next thing
vibe.
you know, we hear Australian boy kidnapped, lost in
Okay.
America.
Oh god! Oh god!
But yeah.
I swear that's how it always starts. Oh yeah, I'm going to go journey solo,
Yeah.
work and travel, and then
Mm.
next thing you know, kidnapping
Just
case.
kidnapped.
You know,
There have been cases like that. Not gonna lie.
yeah,
But
it
yeah.
is quite scary.
But live you. Yeah. Do you?
Yeah, but I guess I know what you mean by lost. So
Yeah.
I'm not there
Okay.
yet. So
That's good, man.
You
That's
just
good.
started, man.
Yeah,
You just
That's
started.
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
but,
Well, actually, before we go any further, can we talk about Nick's bag for a second? Can we get I think that's Nick's bag under the
Come on.
sweater. That's year one's. Yeah.
Well,
That's it.
this.
That's it. Nick, why don't you talk about your bag for a bit? So
Oh,
those
is
of
this
you that
the-
are watching us on
this is the
YouTube,
Uniqlo.
Nick's gonna show us what's
Uniqlo
going on.
Bag. It's like it popped off on TikTok a few months ago, or like a year ago.
What's it called?
I've been Uniqlo bag.
Oh,
Yeah,
for real?
Okay, yeah.
It's called the Uniqlo drawstring bag.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the SAG bag, and pretty much, yeah, I just really wanted it for a long time, but it was sold out everywhere, and it didn't sell in Australia. It only sold in America and Canada or something.
Oh, so it came out
wait,
here.
So then they, but
It's like
then
the
there was a
autumn.
hu- there was-
Autumn. It's like the autumn range. That
I
came
don't
out.
know whether it's spring or autumn, but I know in America it's going spring now because we're
Okay.
going autumn. So this is
Mm.
this is actually the second re-release, and they brought it back, and I like it because it's a vibe. You can tie it and
Yeah,
it
man.
folds, and then you can sling and stuff. Like it's a vibe. I don't have anything in the bag right now. I just
Yeah.
wanted to wear it because it fit the fit.
Yeah, I wish I had that,
Is that
in high
it?
school. There's nothing in the
Huh?
bag.
Does it do anything else?
It's got a zip inside.
Yeah. Does your bag do
Yeah.
anything else besides be a bag?
Man, this
no, because Uniqlo bags can be like unique. Do you see the one where it's like a mat, and then you can pick it out and it turns into like a tote bag?
That's crazy.
Yeah,
No, I
that's
haven't.
crazy.
But yeah, this was just vibe, and I feel like it's so big. You can actually put so much in there.
For real.
So I want to
can.
travel with this. It'll probably be super
Yeah,
handy.
that's-
That's cool too.
That's pretty dope, man.
But yeah, one bought it for me.
Okay.
Tried to surprise me with it, and then she
Yeah.
got super angry at me
Nice. All right. Why?
because she was trying to surprise me. So she was like filming herself giving it to me, and she was like,
Oh.
"Where are you?" And I was like, "I'm in the building." And then she was like, "Okay, where in the building?" "We're just inside." And then she was like, "What do you mean?" And then she just got really mad.
Okay.
But then I was like literally inside. So, but yeah, that's the bag. If you want to buy it, the link in here.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I know. It feels. Yeah. We'll see about that.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've done that.
Yeah, it has been. Yeah, but we don't do those no more.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll see. Maybe.
But yeah, anyways,
Maybe not.
let's move on.
Okay. Well, thanks, Nick. What? Yeah. What about you? How you been? How you been?
I've been good. I've been busy. I don't know what I've been doing, but I realized there's only like a couple of days of March left and it's like April.
Bro, tell me
I
about it.
feel like I literally just blinked
Yeah.
and it was April.
Tell me.
Like,
yeah,
I feel
for
like
Sure.
I have been so busy, but I don't know what I've been busy
Mhm.
with.
You know what that is? Aging.
Well, no. Maybe.
well, can
maybe.
you just relax
Yeah.
for
Okay.
a bit?
We
'Cause,
know you're
yeah,
obsessed with
yeah.
pushing 30,
You
Nick.
can be old by
Wait,
yourself, but I
let me-
don't
let me
claim
explain,
that.
Let me explain.
Bunch of old people.
As you
talking.
grow, as you
Hey,
grow
watch out
older,
now.
as you grow older, time actually passes faster.
Okay, you know what? You know what it is? It's,
Aging.
no. See,
mindset.
see, the older you get, right? Okay, yes, you're onto something, Nick. But that's because we have more of a set schedule. You know, we have routines. Whereas people in uni, they don't have routines really. They
Facts.
just do whatever. They wake up whenever, and then they go to the
Exactly.
gym whenever. You know, it changes
Facts.
past a point, and that's when it gets faster. So if you want to live a life that doesn't go very fast,
Never graduate from uni.
well, just do nothing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
True.
Well, not just do nothing, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
just
When you
don't
that 9 to
don't have a
5, the 9 to
routine.
5 gets faster because like you're
Oh
just
yeah.
doing stuff
For sure.
constantly.
Facts.
Can't.
But I don't advocate for not having a routine. We need discipline in our
Well,
lives.
unless you're super
Yes,
rich. And,
absolutely.
Yeah, unless you're super rich, but still do something with your
No,
life, man.
even
Come
if
on,
you're
what are you
super
doing?
rich, don't bum around.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do
Gosh.
that.
That's
No,
probably
don't do
why
that.
God doesn't allow me to be super rich, because I will bum around.
There you
Well,
go.
there you go. Actually, I
There you
mean, you're not wrong. I don't
That's
think.
a
Yeah, crazy. But yeah, anyways.
Okay, cool.
Wait,
Well,
what about you, Jar? What's
what about
happening
me?
with you?
I mean, like, I'm on that same wavelength as year one. Like, time is just passing real quick. It's like
Right? Like-
literally just yesterday, school started. I work in a school, right? And now it's like week 9, and it's like,
Right,
where
I
did
feel
all that
'cause,
time
like,
go?
I work with like kids as well, like,
Yeah.
and then you work by like
Yeah.
this term schedule, and they're like, "Oh, it's already week 9." I'm like, "What do you mean?
Yeah, for sure.
What do you mean by that?"
It's like the holidays. What am I gonna do? I have no plans for the
Like,
holidays.
genuinely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, I guess you know, since you make me tell the people about the bag, why don't you tell them about your cool little
yeah,
vest.
my
So
best.
look at
Oh,
that.
okay.
Look at that.
All right, yeah.
Yeehaw.
Thought you never
Pictures
asked,
in
Nick.
this?
Yeah, Jar actually picked up horse riding recently. That's why.
No.
He's actually a cowboy.
No.
Oh, okay.
I just like I've always wanted to like get into vests and stuff, but I just never like because they're pretty pricey, you know.
Yeah.
So I
They
felt like
actually are.
like I have to really commit if I want it. So this time I'm like I saw it and I was like I'm committing this time. So
Does a vest make you feel really weird, like wearing it? Because this is just me.
okay, let's hear it.
All right.
I like that little grin on your face. It's gonna be exciting. I know it.
No, it's not. It's like, you know, when you wear a jacket, right? Everything is warm. But when you wear a vest, only your chest is warm.
Yeah, but
And it
sometimes
feels weird that your hands are cold, but your chest is warm.
no, but see, like sometimes when your chest is warm, it's like kind of that starts everything up. You know, like I feel like that's more than enough to keep you
I know,
warm.
but it just feels weird. Like
Yeah.
I'm sweating in
Bro,
these
but
areas,
think about
but
it.
it's freezing
Wait.
in these
Think
areas.
about it. You go into the cold, okay? You're just wearing a t-shirt and some gloves, some woolly gloves. All right.
I don't do that.
Well, let's just say you
Okay,
did.
yeah.
Well,
You still be pretty cold, right?
Wait.
You got a vest on. That covers more ground.
But you're still cold.
wait, what did you say? That's the reason why vests are mostly common in autumn? Because not too hot, it's
In
not too
old-
cold.
That's true. That's
It's
true.
like
'Cause I
just
don't want to
enough.
wear a jacket.
So it's like I compare it to
I know,
like,
I
do you
know.
know how you're sleeping and you're like, oh, it's too hot, so let me stick my toes out, and then boom,
Wait, what?
or like you stick one leg
Oh,
out.
oh, yeah.
You stick one leg out,
Yeah,
and it makes
And
all the
suddenly
more
it's
difference.
okay.
It does,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know,
But-
but I'm just
Okay.
saying it's just
Yeah.
weird that, like, because they're so, like, common that
Yeah.
they're all together, right? In a jacket, in a shirt. Like,
true.
everything's all together.
This is
So
true.
I'm used to either it being all cold or all hot. But it feels
I
weird
feel like
that it's
only
part
you
cold
would
and-
think about something like this.
Nick doesn't want to be
He's-
like warm. He wants to be either hot or cold.
In the Bible, God
Yeah.
said, don't be lukewarm.
oh, he's not wrong.
yeah.
Make it biblical, Nick. Amen. Let's go.
You're either hot or you're
Right.
not
Everyone's
lukewarm.
just chucking out their vests now.
No more vest.
It is a
Yeah.
great vest.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, it is a-
You pull
I
it off
hope
very
to-
well.
Would you ever get into the knitted vest?
Yeah, I actually was gonna ask year one about
Okay.
that because I saw you wearing one. So
Going
I was
Harry
like,
Styles
do you go
mode.
extra large or do you go true to size?
Extra large.
Oh, for real? So you go
But
size
isn't
up?
it different for girls
Yeah.
though and brands?
Yeah.
No, because if you wear true to size, you look a bit pudgy.
Ooh.
It depends on the fit
Yeah.
of the vest,
This
though.
is true.
It depends. If it's a regular fit, maybe. But
Yeah,
if
but
not,
this vest you can get
Have you
away
seen
with
the
it.
vest that Yohan has that
Yes.
makes
But
it look like the
knitted
waiter?
vest in particular, you want that space. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
no. But I was
Just
talking to
tuck
the
it.
guy at the shop, and he was all like, "Oh, but you want it to fit your shoulders nice because you don't,
Yeah.
you don't look like a Power Ranger." and I was like,
yeah,
"Oh,
yeah.
that's kind of true."
Yeah,
That is
that's
true.
Yeah. So it's like we'll see. When it gets colder, I might get into
There
some
you go.
knitted vests, and
Yeah,
we'll see some of
'cause
that.
I
See it on his Instagram.
I also have a vest, but it's like a puffer vest.
I have that too.
But I only
Wait,
want
is that the
to-
North Face one or?
No, it's like one of the Aussie brands. Like
Oh,
the,
okay.
the one
Oh,
that-
yeah, yeah,
the one
yeah,
that I have,
yeah,
the
yeah,
brown
yeah,
one.
yeah, okay.
What I like about it is just the
Yeah.
look where when it's winter, like they can wear a sweater or hoodie and then the vest over it. It's like a very skater look with
Yeah.
a beanie.
Okay.
That's the only reason why I bought it for one fit look, and that's it. Cost
Yeah.
me like $300. But
Whoa.
it was crazy.
Okay.
I know.
This man.
I couldn't find a cheaper one that wasn't North Face. Yeah, because North Face is
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
No, North Face was oof.
But you know it's quality
That's
though
deep.
when you get it from North
it
Face.
is
you know?
quality though. It is compared to like the Uniqlo puffer that I have. It's already broken, bro. But I still wear it.
Oh
but-
damn.
What?
Okay.
I know.
yeah,
I just sewed it up, you know. But it's like
Wow.
flimsy. Like the material is like
Mans
very.
can sew.
But it's good. It's good. I'm not hating on Uniqlo though. That's it.
Yeah, we love Uniqlo.
Yeah.
Dude, they got so much. There's some new stuff that's coming out that's so nice again. I don't know it's on my TikTok, but
Mm.
I'll probably go check it out soon.
Okay, bet. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
Uniqlo's always got the staples, you know, like
Mm.
things
They
that are
really
pretty
do.
good. Yeah,
They got like really good everyday wear
yeah,
that is quality.
for sure.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
a vibe.
Well, anyways, this
So
isn't a
good.
fashion podcast. This is a life and Jesus podcast. So let's talk
Yeah,
about something
yeah.
a bit more. I think we're warmed up now. I think
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
listening in are like, "Oh, where's the hard questions?" Or
Mhm.
here it comes because I'm just thinking about it right now, and we're generating, and here we go. All right. I mean, we kind of briefly talked about this before,
Yeah.
but then it's kind of like, what are your thoughts on that saying? Oh, once a cheater, always a cheater. Shit, look at her acting surprised.
Straight.
you didn't tell me that this was it.
Oh, did I not?
Yeah, I wasn't there for that
She
part
wasn't
of the
there.
meeting.
Oh, she wasn't?
She was watching.
Oh, this
Once
is
she
even
came
better
back.
than a genuine response. All right. So yeah, what are your
did
thoughts on
mention that a
that?
little
Because we
bit.
were talking
You did
about
like
that,
once,
Yeah.
but I didn't know we were talking about
and
this.
the whole point of the argument is, can a cheater change?
Mm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the whole point is can people change?
Yeah. Well, can people
Okay,
change?
can people change?
You know, like
Yeah.
big things happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
But yeah, like that's the main question. Like thumbnail. Can once a cheater, always a cheater? Question mark. Yes, no, maybe.
What do
We're
you
here
think?
to talk
Year
about
one,
it.
Kim.
Yeah. What do you think? Okay, let's just do shallow thoughts right now. Just throw them out
Okay,
there.
yeah.
Shallow
That's a good one. We'll
thoughts.
start shallow.
Alright, let's
okay,
build
that
up.
was-
We'll
that-
build up.
Yes.
Okay.
I think they can change.
I also think they can
I
change.
also think they can change.
Yeah, vibe.
no,
Peer pressure.
no.
What?
Don't give in to peer
Well-
pressure.
If you
Oh, here we go.
This way gets cancelled. Say it.
if you
Say it right now.
if you okay, all right. If you killed someone once, does that always make you a killer?
Yeah, you killed someone,
Yeah, so
but
if
it
you're a
doesn't
cheater,
make you
then
a
you're
killer.
a cheater, bro.
No,
Because
but
you
like,
can
a
label
killer
a cheater.
is someone
But-
that is actually actively doing it.
Yeah.
And a cheater is always someone that is actively doing it.
Yeah,
So
but
wait,
they're not always actively
But
cheating.
once a cheater, always a cheater. Like
So once
So-
a killer, always a killer.
yeah, but like the point is like, do you think he'll like people enough to like change to not kill again? Right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, if you're in prison, yeah.
Well, no, okay, let's say they find Jesus and they're like, whoa, like life transformed.
Well,
Wait,
then-
I want to hear your opinion on why you think they cannot change.
well, I didn't even say that. I said vibe, and then you said whoa, whoa, whoa.
No,
whoa,
but then
whoa.
you brought up another point.
But I think you
Yeah.
said shallow thoughts first.
It's true.
Oh, okay.
I think we're over that now.
Oh,
I think-
It's because we knew that his shallow answer was a lie. Yeah, vibe.
yeah, right. Not convinced.
Yeah.
What do you mean? No, okay. So they had this conversation before, and pretty much what I said was I don't really think people can change fundamentally, naturally, like value wise. I mean, not value, sorry. Just naturally as a person, your characteristics or your character, like it doesn't really change much, or you're pretty much the same. What I was trying to say by that is, for me, everybody here knows that I'm quite an opinionated guy. I have opinions about everything, movies, shows,
Bit of a
people,
Karen.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes or before in the past, like it got too far where it became like super judgmental, right? And over these few years, people tell me, "Oh, Nick, you really like, worked on yourself. You changed. You're a lot more like nicer. Less opinionated, less like hard on what you think and all that." But then I was telling them, like, I still feel like even though I've changed my like, I don't know, the way I speak and what I do, I still feel the same on the inside. Like I still have opinions. I still have like really strong thoughts and not judgments, but like just observations. I just learned to manage around it where I just don't say anything anymore. I learned to just be like, hey, my opinions for myself doesn't matter. Why should they care? Like there's no value to this. I'm not adding to someone positively. So why bother? So I stopped myself from thinking and I kind of rubbish that thought away. But I'm still the same. So I don't feel like people on that level can actually change unless they meet Jesus,
For sure.
because that takes such a big change. Whereas I feel like on the cheater level, that's an act. So that's something that they did. Yeah, obviously I vibe with it. Like I do think that, even if you cheat once, you can change your ways. But I feel like cheating comes from something else which is deeper, which is like potentially a person's like insecurity or someone that is very like paranoid or something. I don't know why people cheat. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
right.
for whatever reason, that's the layer there where I think that's what they really can't change from. That they can learn to manage it better and get help and support, but it's there.
Hmm.
Fair enough.
So change of perspective, but the person like at this
But-
very core doesn't change.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
Okay.
It's because I haven't really met anyone that has been able to have that drastic change. Like a lot of people that I know and seen, it's like, yeah, they're a lot better and they learn from their mistakes. But that's, for me, I feel like it's, you're managing it, they learn from their mistakes and they change their ways. But like, yeah, I haven't really seen, unless someone I've seen like that has like completely met Jesus and boom. it's
But what
crazy.
if you've met Jesus and you still cheat?
Then have you met Jesus?
But
No,
Genuinely,
no,
like-
I get what you're
I'm
trying
kidding.
to
I'm
I
kidding.
get
Yeah.
what
I
you're
get it.
trying to say.
What I'm trying to say,
But I also
but-
get
yeah.
You going.
I think for me, it's if they imagine still cheat, but it's still, at the end of the day, we're still like sinful, right? And I still feel like I said, cheating is an act. There is something deeper that's happening and not dealing with that. They're not learning to manage that and put boundaries and ways to stop them from doing those things. So that's why I feel like, yeah, if you cheated once, it doesn't make you a cheater. I mean, yeah, okay, it makes you a cheater, but I believe that you can change from that. But there is a deeper level of something that is causing you to want to cheat, whether it's trauma, whether it's something that you've, unconsciously seen, like whether it's from family or
Yeah.
things like porn or all these different things, like that level, I generally feel like people just can't, because we all we all have sinful nature, right? And for us, we all have our own struggles and we all have our own faults.
Mhm.
And yeah,
Yeah.
it takes a lot of effort. Like,
That's for sure.
do you, like, the question I have for you guys, right, is do you think that the things that you really struggle with, that you've been working on, and God and church and all these things that help you, do you still feel like you still struggle with those things?
Oh yeah.
Or you completely like change your ways and you're good,
That's for sure. That's true. I mean, the way that you put it in terms of managing things makes a lot of sense, because it's like when you're first like I don't know, not a Christian, and you meet Jesus. I mean, like, yes, a lot of change will happen initially, but from there, it's on you to kind of like manage those things by reading the Word and getting close to God.
Yeah.
But it's always the same, because you're, inherently, not inherently, but I guess like at the core, you're still thinking about these things. But the only difference now is that you're trying not to think about those things. So in a way, you're right. It's not change, it's managing. But I don't know. We don't. This is all
See,
opinions.
That in itself is change.
That's what I'm also
Yeah.
thinking, because it's kind of like, yes, it's not like change, but that change of perspective is still a change.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's kind of interesting, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, what are your
Ethan?
thoughts, Ethan Boy?
Oh, as I thought about it more, like after the week went by, I think Nick is right in the sense that like fundamentally, humans are gonna be humans, and that goes back to God, right? Like when we meet God, it's actually accepting that we as humans like already have bad values.
Yeah.
If you want to put it that way, we already sin, we already ate the apple. You know what I mean? Like we've already like done these bad things. But when we meet God, that's the change. That's the independent value. That's the change in perspective that that like what we are here to live
Mm.
by is like actually not to be on earth, but it's actually to be up in heaven, and the
Mm.
work is done on earth. But yeah, so I think Nick is like half right in my opinion. Like,
Mm.
but that's my opinion. I do agree with there's a change in perspective which leads to change, and then if you want to apply that to everything, it would be a killer may kill because maybe if he was insecure, maybe he got mad, maybe that's his weakness.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
at the end of the day, like, will he kill again? No, he
Mm.
might find Jesus and be like, that was wrong. Like, maybe you thought that was okay, but actually that change in perspective is a change. And when that
Yeah,
independent value,
absolutely.
like whether it be Jesus or anything else, like that in itself is a change for a person, not to just manage, but actually I feel like sometimes it can obliterate it because they're
Mm.
just so like, when someone's so convinced, I feel
Mm.
like that stuff just like doesn't happen anymore. Like,
Yeah.
like I know, like as a kid, I used to like swear a lot and everything. Yeah, I still
Mm.
manage it,
Mm.
but then there's certain words that's just completely like out. You know what I mean? Some actions just get obliterated, and like
Yeah.
I feel like as you do life and you find out more perspective on things,
Mm.
like like I think that the core value actually gets like changed more because like
Mm.
it's like habit, right?
Mm.
Like I feel like when habit comes in and then like you eventually like just don't even have that issue anymore.
Yeah.
So I think as life continues and we get to know God more, like we actually become like closer and closer towards being Jesus. If that makes sense.
Mm.
So like
So it's a process.
yeah, of course it's a process,
Yeah.
but I think next half right in my opinion. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not
Really
saying I'm
good.
right. It's just how I view things.
Yeah,
and how
100%.
I see it.
Oh, it's
a
definitely
very
an interesting.
pessimistic view. Or like
Oh,
a
but
very-
it's an interesting thought.
but
I mean,
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think the one principle that we can all agree on, right, though, is that it is possible to receive transformation through Christ, right? It is possible to see that, and transformation also means that you are obviously a brand new person, right? Or, okay, not necessarily brand new, but you are a new creation, right? We can all agree on that fact. But I think the thing that we are talking about is beyond that change, and beyond that conviction, and beyond that, I guess, perception, can we truly change our sinful ways is what you're saying, right?
Yep.
Yeah, or like certain things. Because I was trying to think of what other examples. I guess one example is
Mm.
I'm someone that is when I was growing up, what I struggled with was comparing a lot because I grew up in sports, brother, and just everything else. I was trained, not trained, sorry. I was not groomed. I was
Wrong word.
No, you
I was,
grew up in a
word.
way that
Yeah.
you had to be competitive with everyone.
yeah, because I always wanted to win, right?
Right,
Like I
yeah.
was always in sports, so my mind's like, I need to be first.
And you were
And I was
rewarded
growing. So
for
then
winning.
I was comparing with
Yeah.
the next guy ahead of me.
Yeah.
So then growing up, I realized that comparing was actually a really big thing that I struggled with. So then I was like, okay, cool. I need to learn not to, because I started getting really irritated or like very short fuse of certain things that shouldn't, like even board games, I get super competitive, stuff like that. So then
Dude,
people
that's a funny story.
so people need to tell me like, yo, chill out. And I was like, yeah, okay, I need to chill out. But then like when I sit there, I'm like, Nick, don't get competitive. 5 minutes later, I'm like so into it.
yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, I know this and I'm
Yep.
trying to change
Manage it,
But
yep.
I feel like it's always just going to
be there.
me.
Yep.
Like it's just me. I'm a competitive dude, and I can just manage and tune it down and chill a little bit. But
I agree.
inside my mind is still
Yeah.
like,
No, I get you. I get
when
you. I
you
get
want
you.
like,
Yeah.
don't
Okay,
partner
let
with
me just tell you guys a story. So when we first started dating, we
Oh my
went
God.
out with like a lot of couples, like different couples, and then like, do you remember? You were there.
Was I?
You were there,
You were
and
in
we
a
were playing. We were playing Catan,
Oh.
but then everyone
Qatar's
was
Nick's weakness, man.
dude, absolute, just Achilles heel.
Undefeated in Connect, by the way. Just saying.
Whatever.
Deborah, where you
And-
at?
yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah. Anyway,
Oh, you
sorry.
cut it off. Oh.
Yeah.
And pretty much like all the couples were paired up as one person, but you had to take turns, like
Oh, no.
Wait, who was I
making
with?
your move. I think you were just on your own, actually, or
Fair enough.
Mitchell. No, Mitchell was also on his own
Oh,
at the time.
At the time.
Yeah.
At the time,
So-
but the man found
Shout out Mitch.
love in
So
another church.
I don't actually like. Okay, I'm not very good at games. Like growing up, I just never won games. Like I just never get it. Like I just never. I never got into it. And like every time it was my turn, you could see him like I could literally like hear him breathing down my neck because he's like looking at the piece that I should be taking, but I have no idea what's happening. I'm like, oh, cool, just move this one there, and then we ended up coming last Because obviously my mistake.
no.
This guy fuming. He's red. He's sweaty. His palms are
Molding.
sweaty. He's absolutely
That's
like
literally
mad
the face.
red.
He's livid.
That's the face.
Rage.
That was the
Rage.
face.
And he's actually upset.
He's
Like he's
contemplating life.
actually upset.
You know why?
Contemplating
It's because
life.
it's an easy dub. All you need to do is follow what I told you to do, and we would win, bro. But
You know what's crazy?
Why do
I
you
actually
play then?
say the exact
wanted
same
to-
things
I
when I
wanted to.
lose. When I lose, I'm like, wow, that could have been an easy win.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
because it was,
Yeah.
you do
Why is
was
that
also-
so important? It's a board game.
bro, no one plays for fun. People that say, okay, let me tell you this, right? This is
That's perspective.
Okay,
No, that's
okay,
perspective.
let me tell you
People
something.
enter
All right,
games,
let me tell
that's
you
true.
something. Let me
Like-
tell you something. All right. Do you do things? Do you
Oh my
play
God.
things to lose? Do you enter a game going, I want to lose today?
Well, it depends on the game. Like if I don't care that much, then I don't really care.
Yo, you can
But,
see.
like-
I can see Nick playing Hungry Hippos and just like trying to really win.
But I can see him
I'm
playing
like-
Foursquare and killing kids, bro.
Yeah. I'm like that guy that you see in like memes and stuff, the big dude that just kicks like the kids and like
Yeah.
shit.
Oh,
That
yeah,
would
yeah,
probably be
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Like,
And he's also a youth leader.
Yeah.
yeah,
but-
I love oh wait.
I mean, that's.
Whoa,
I mean,
whoa.
I hate how that's
Moving on.
That's freaking disgusting.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's sad. It's
there's some
society.
people out there that just ruins it for the rest
I
of
know.
us. Yeah.
I
Anyways,
know.
But anyways,
we won't talk about
but
that.
yeah, that's like a personality, like
yeah, but
personality
I feel
thing.
like at that level you can't,
Yeah.
because I was doing the what we always do, right? We look at the dictionary and definition, and I was like, okay, number one,
Let me pull that up real quick.
make someone or something different, alter or modify. So I guess if you modify your behavior and change, technically that is change. So then we
Yeah.
can say that people can change
Yep.
their behaviors. They can
Right.
modify and alter like their way of life and how they do it. Second one is replace something with something else, especially something of the same kind that is newer or better. Substitute one thing for another.
Mm.
So on that other definition, yes, technically you can, right? For us, it's like if you accept God, then your perception of life and how you see it changes by replacing it and how God would want you to live in your Bible and everything.
Correct. Yeah.
So on that, if you look at that definition, then yes, I agree that people can change their ways.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
for me, like a better perspective that I just see it is like, okay, yeah, they are managing like their struggles a little bit better and what they need to work on better. They're finding ways to cope better.
Mm.
But on a like there's just a characteristic natural like level, like the deepest one possible. I feel like at that stage, yeah, we can't.
Okay,
Change.
then with that said, I take my answer back.
Nice.
I think people refuse to
Okay.
change.
Mm.
People refuse.
Actually, that's not. I agree with that.
Yeah, like because technically, right, if we're speaking on this front, in like a faith front, they have all the tools and the capabilities to change, but it is still at the end of the day your choice to
Yep,
accept
that
your
is a
faith, right?
choice.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it is it's such a choice thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that even if you have all the tools to change, people refuse to change.
But what if it's someone that's genuinely trying to change?
I feel like if you're genuinely trying and you're looking at the right places, you can't help but change.
So how can you? So you're telling me, like, let's say if I'm struggling with comparing, what
Yeah.
is the right way for me to change that I would never deal with comparison ever again?
I will tell you that you will deal with comparison again.
So then I'm. So then
But
what? So-
but you also have a tendency. It's that thing again. It's like that I win it or I don't want to do it.
No, but like you see, even if I tell myself like, look, I am going to stop that mindset and do
Yeah.
it, that feeling naturally comes back.
The
That's what I'm
feeling
saying,
is
at that-
okay. I feel like it is
Bruh.
okay to have that
See.
feeling. See?
Okay.
If he
okay.
doesn't want, like, if he can't be the best at something, you refuse to do it.
Yo, time
So
is-
if you can't,
life is short, bro.
if you can't take the
Time is
comparison
limited.
away,
Yeah.
We
you
just
refuse to
spoke
do
about
it.
Oh.
But the thing is that I've been trying. But what I'm saying is that the nature of you or of me being
Yes.
a guy that struggles with
Yep.
comparing,
Yes.
that can never change because that's just gonna be me.
Okay.
Accepting it
Yes.
still won't make me feel better. Like I will
Yep.
still struggle with. That's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't get
Okay,
rid
say
of
it
it.
that way then.
Yeah.
I can't. I
think.
did say it that way.
Yeah, I think when it comes to choice, especially like I'm just gonna go back to my point because I think it's true. We're always
I
gonna
think so.
because
Okay.
I'm gonna expand on it. I'm gonna expand on it. That's
Alright,
what
okay,
I'm
alright.
saying.
Opinion. All right.
So when the choice comes, and we're gonna have a lot of choices, like that's when like I think God tests us, and that's when
Yeah.
also the devil lurks. Where there's a real earthly choice there. Oh, okay, am I gonna get mad? Am I gonna do this? Am I gonna compare myself
Yeah.
to this person that I clearly know like is different from me? You know what I mean? Could have a head start. You know what I mean? I have that choice whether to be upset or not.
Mm.
That's when like God comes in. And I think
Mm.
we have that choice, especially like I could say, oh, like I will never be tempted to have sex like ever. But
Mm.
then there could be a day where you put yourself in that environment where it might be around you. So I would say for maybe Nick and I, when it comes to games, when it comes to like just any sort of game, that's
Yeah.
the environment where that value that's in there that we've been managing and everything is its weakest. It's
Mm.
like
setting yourself
it's like
up for
Jujutsu
fail.
Kaisen
Yeah.
when they open expansion, like pretty much they make the playing field to their strength.
Right.
It's the opposite. When you put yourself in that
I
situation.
think only I understand that.
yeah, okay,
analogy.
well,
Yeah.
okay, I
I'm a
don't
bit
know,
lost,
like
but it's okay.
Pokemon when like you know what's super effective against another person.
Yeah,
like,
like
you know what I
water
mean?
and fire, you know.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
water and
you
fire
know,
kind
if you're
of
a
thing.
water type and you're fighting in a like fire area, it's like not really good for you,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So it's like
So it's like you're a water person putting yourself in a fireplace. Why
Yeah.
would you do
Right.
that?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Gotcha.
vice versa. But pretty much, yeah, that when you put yourself in that situation, that's actually like gonna be your weakness and your value.
Mm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
like that change, like won't entirely like personally, I can't change my type. I can't change my personality type. 100% I agree. But yes, I agree with you on that. The choice is there, and like you, out of all people, like if you've met Jesus and everything, you have to learn to make those choices right. And it's okay if you don't make it right,
Mhm.
but that's how you get stronger. That's
Right.
how
Yeah.
that's how you add
Agree.
layers to the thing. That's
Absolutely
how you
agree.
like when they make like swords and stuff.
Ooh,
You
Luke's
like
got something to
yeah,
say.
you stack metal and everything, and yeah, it gets stronger.
Damn.
Wait,
But yeah.
before you go, Nick, I just want to give you props for that Jujutsu Kaisen analogy. I think that was fire, bro.
Thank you.
Anyways, yeah,
Thank
go
you.
on. I just let you know.
Can't wait for the edit.
Oh, I edit. All right. That'd be cool
But yeah.
if I can.
Now,
Yeah,
what I was
let's
gonna
hear it.
say was like, I think you guys are just agreeing with my point, literally.
Yeah,
That, yeah, like you can change your
Okay,
behaviors.
there's no
and-
winning.
But that's
and
all right. We're just
losing.
trying to
Okay.
understand.
No,
We're
No,
not
no,
yeah,
no, but
yeah.
I'm saying like I agree.
Oh, okay,
Like,
okay.
Because what you guys are saying is pretty much what I'm trying to
No,
say.
it's just like every time you just like. It's kind of like, oh, so it's
But
going
anytime Nick's not talking, oh, just
You gotta look, you're like, oh, something's
Let me
wrong.
check the
Something's
time.
wrong.
Oh my god.
No, but like I was like, I agree because you're just pretty much saying, yes, on the fundamental level you can't change, but you can change your behavior and your decisions and your choices.
Mhm.
So this goes back to what I was saying. You can just make choices to better manage your struggle,
Mm.
but it's still gonna be there.
Mm.
But
know?
didn't you just define change as modifying?
Yeah. So I said if we
Yeah.
look at it that
Mm.
way, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I think-
saying that
yeah.
like if you're looking at a perspective of back again comparison, right? Like
Mm.
comparison.
Mm.
I haven't modified or done anything. It's still comparison. And at the end of the day, you know, I still struggle with that. No matter what I do, it will help me feel better. I can change my environment,
Yep.
not put people around me that I compare with, and not think about it, not do that. That's still managing it.
Yep.
But I still struggle with it. That's the part where I feel like people cannot change. Like that on
So
on that
people
like
level.
the
struggling with,
struggling,
like,
yeah.
No, not just struggles,
internal.
like personalities, like whatever it may be. Like me being super competitive. I feel
Right.
like that would, even though that was probably something that's nurtured into me, in theory, yes, you can kind of nurture them out of it. But I feel like,
It's embedded.
yeah, it's like kind of embedded into me now that it's me. And it's going to take, honestly, probably a lifetime for me to get out of that.
Mm.
Or a huge perspective change that God would just come and
Yeah.
do, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
I feel like it would be something
when
so
I give
significant.
you the people who are uncomfortable with their body image, but then have stories like on TED Talks and stuff talking about, oh, I'm very comfortable with my body now. That do you think they still haven't changed on the
But
inside?
for me, the body image thing is not the root.
okay, what
The root is deeper than that.
what do you think?
It's
the-
probably self-confidence
okay,
with themselves.
okay,
Mm.
So then that's something that they struggle and it comes out of their body, right?
Yep.
So they feel that now I'm slimmer or now I look better,
Mhm.
then I feel better.
Mm.
But if they really change, then no matter how they look, whether it's if they're still
Yeah,
the same
wouldn't
weight
bother
and stuff,
them.
they should be okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
But that
Mm.
struggle will always be there, and I feel like that's a self-image thing that they probably need to struggle
Mm.
because then they're pressured to always be like, I need to look a certain way or be a certain way.
Mm.
Then I feel good. But what happens if one day you don't,
Mm.
right?
Mhm,
Then the
mhm.
struggle will still be there
Mm.
Yeah.
because they got out of it by managing it a different way, which is I
Mm.
just got slimmer and hotter, you know.
Yeah.
Mm.
But it's like giving them the confidence, but there is a deeper layer to that where I feel that, yeah, there is something there. Like contentment of how they look regardless of
Mm.
what way the thing.
Yeah.
That's the root of that.
Mm.
Yeah, but that's just my opinion. Though.
No, yeah. I mean, in a way, it's kind of like. What were you gonna say something?
no. Yeah, that's
I'm reminded by that song "Transformation," right? You know that I think that's the song. I'm not sure. Correct me if
I know
I'm
it's
wrong.
a church.
But yeah, that too. But it's like there's a line that goes changing. I'm changed, but changing still. I feel like when we think about transformation, or like when we go to church, we think that everything's gonna be fixed, right?
Yep.
But I think it's like what Nick's been saying. What you've been saying is kind of like it's a life journey. It's a process, and we never really get there
Absolutely.
until we see Jesus. Like literally see Him.
Genuinely.
Nothing will change.
Mhm.
Or the best we can do now is manage and try to like put ourselves in good environments.
Yep.
Things like that.
Yeah. I think I think the only thing is like maybe just the wording of things, because like
Yeah.
when it comes to this stuff, it's very complex and there are layers to this. Because some other person on the internet might be like, "Now wait a minute, like my body image is totally fine no matter how I look, and I've gone through it, and I'm in a good place now." You know what I mean? It's like maybe the deeper issues, like will stick around, but I think that's just being human. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, I feel like some humans come out just confident, just
Yeah.
no care at all, and I feel like it's always going to be case by case. You
Oh,
know what I
for
mean?
sure.
Just like
Absolutely.
whatever issue, like I mean, like Nick said, like he can be competitive in games, and like when he looks at games, even when I look at games, I want to win. Feels good to win. You know what I mean? But like when it comes to another person, it'd be like, oh, like I've seen games as relaxing.
Yeah, or like
And
you
why-
know, like I just don't care, you
Yeah.
know, because that's
care.
just is different for everybody, right? Like you said with the whole if you're bringing up the topic like body image stuff, like not everyone struggles with that. Some people are okay with regardless of how they
Yeah.
look,
Mm.
and that's not their struggle.
Yeah.
Every one of us have our own, you know what I mean? It's just that's just like unfortunately their struggle that they have to learn to manage and get through it, you know, with support systems, with things. But I feel like because that's their issue, that's something that they'll always struggle with more in life than other things that we may struggle with in our lives.
Yeah.
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 But I feel like, no matter what you do, that thought and that struggle will always be amplified internally for
Yeah.
you. And I feel like at that level, that's where as sad as it is that we can't really change. Or I personally have not seen anyone that has changed from their kind of root struggle like that before in my life.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be like shown, wrong. But
Yeah.
I think to me that's just part of life. All of us have our struggles. All of us have our faults. It's just
Yeah.
it's just being human.
Mm.
And that's why we need God, like literally.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just my thought on it.
Mm.
I mean, I'm happy to hear more thoughts against it, but
Well, okay. Well, let me switch it up a little bit,
Okay,
right?
all right.
Let's make it a little bit more
competitive
personal,
Oh.
right? If you guys were in a relationship and you got cheated on,
Oh.
would you think that that person can change?
I was gonna ask the same thing you want. I was gonna ask
That's like,
the
you know,
same
the
thing. I
moment
was
of
gonna be
like
like,
We're on the
oh,
same
what do you-
brain.
what do you
Same
You know how
brain,
the girls
same
say,
What do you
wavelength.
think? But like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, see, yeah,
that a
very
thing?
good.
Like how do we like interact with people that have done like stuff like that? To us?
Yeah,
a
like
great
how do we
question.
do we believe that the people that have wronged us can change? Like seriously wronged us?
But
Okay,
do you
yeah.
think that's a you
I-
problem or their
I wanna-
problem?
Because my
Well,
point
that's
is
definitely your
my
problem.
point is yes, okay, but
Yeah.
I do agree with the people who be like, nah, like I don't think so, because it is a very very bad thing, like cheating, because
Yeah.
that's a break of trust, like the relationship and just like everything.
Pain,
You've
hurt.
not only have you broken up with them, you've actually like cheated them. You know what I mean? You've
Yeah.
cheated them
Uh-huh.
out of a relationship for your benefit as well. So
Mm.
understandably, yes, like I think it's slightly deserved that if you decide to leave, like that's totally understandable. But I would want to see, I would like if I'm deeply in love with them and they show genuine regret, genuine like need for change, and if I talk like, I feel like where I would break up with them might be because just emotionally I'm just like not there.
For sure.
If I
Like,
emotionally,
you can't
yeah.
emotionally forgive that person.
that'll be
Yeah,
tough.
Yeah.
but if I know the full situation, if like the people like I talk to, whoever's in that thing, like a lot of factors come in. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Whether this person was drunk, whether like this and this happened, like, whether it's insecurity. Like as a relationship, a Christian relationship, like that's something that like when you build after that, it's
Mm.
huge. Like that trust you're gonna gain after that he or she has to work for it's just gonna
Correct.
be just as big. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Because when you cheat, like I put myself in their shoes. If I cheat, but I really want to stay with this person, I actually like hugely regret it. You're gonna fight for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're gonna fight for it like
Mm.
hella, and you're gonna like really want to like gain their trust again. So
Mm.
that's why I hella respect people who have actually like stayed with the partner that they're cheating.
Oh, yeah.
Like I don't know their
Oh,
situation, but
God, yeah.
Beyonce and Jay-Z,
Mhm.
like crazy. Like Beyonce could go wherever she wants to without Jay-Z.
Pick any
but like
man.
they stay.
Yeah,
you
she's
know
the
what I mean?
queen.
Yeah, exactly.
is.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But they
yeah.
stay, and that's hella respect. Whether it's for the kids or anything, they have their own reasons.
Yeah.
But I'm damn sure Jay-Z might not like do it again. Maybe he will, but
Yeah.
like
knows?
I would like seriously
Yeah.
work for it again.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm gonna pick out something that you just said. I'm not like arguing
Yeah,
against
go
you.
ahead, go
It's just a
ahead.
question, but
Yeah.
you said that in a Christian relationship, right? So what if this girl that you're dating,
Yep.
hypothetically, is non-Christian? And, like,
non-Christian.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, but well, they do say be equally yoked, but sometimes in some cases that's not the case.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
know, but say that she's not Christian, would you? And she cheated on you. Would you be easy on her because she's not
Oh,
Christian?
hell no.
It'd
I'd be the same.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's
I'm just
In-
curious
yeah,
because
yeah,
if she
no,
was
yeah.
Christian, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
shame on you. She's
Oh,
not
if I
Christian.
came up like,
okay, I'll
if
give
I
you
came
another
up
chance.
aggressive, oh hell no, hell no. yeah. No, because I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that's the biggest opportunity to exemplify what God does.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for
Like,
sure.
Hella. 'cause-
It's like that guy in the Bible, right? I don't want to make this all biblical, but I
Yeah,
was just
yeah.
thinking about that
Ah.
story. Every time I think about that situation of being cheated on
Mm.
and taking them back, it's like literally that story where God's like, you're gonna marry this prostitute and she's gonna cheat on you, bro, but you're gonna keep with her.
Yeah, you gotta
gotta
keep
it
going.
up. And he's
Yeah.
like, man,
That's
every
what,
time,
like-
it's-
That's a
That's what-
tough.
that's a
That's
tough.
a
I feel
tough
sorry for
one.
that guy. You know, but
Yeah.
because of him, now he's a parable, and now we're learning from that.
yeah, but that's what gets me. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Oh god.
God is so good. You know what I mean? That it excites me to challenge myself in that way.
Wow.
If
Yeah.
God told me, "Oh, dude, you're gonna date this chick," and like she's gonna have like a bunch of
Sorry,
issues. Oh,
date this girl.
Girl,
We don't
okay,
say
girl.
that. We don't say that anymore.
Yeah, girl, but yeah, but like she's gonna like do this and this. She's gonna do you dirty, but you need to stay with her. That gets me. Like that gets me excited. Just like I don't know. That just challenges me.
Nick looks like he wants
honestly.
to say something.
yeah.
He's got that I want to say something face.
He does have that look. he
I
really
didn't want to
does.
say anything. But maybe it's my internal thoughts coming out.
What are your
But yeah.
thoughts saying,
No, I
Nick?
was just saying, like, I feel like this topic, as much as we say this, right? I'm not like discrediting what you guys are saying.
yeah.
We would never know till it actually
Yeah,
happens.
no,
yeah, yeah,
and that's what
Yeah.
I was gonna say as well because I feel that it's easy for us to be like take the moral high ground now.
yeah.
But,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I'll do that. But when you get hurt,
Yeah.
or
When you
get
get hurt,
hurt.
you get hurt.
Yeah.
I know I'll get
100%.
hurt
Yeah.
because I'm a very
100%.
emotional
Because
guy.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Legit,
You well
No,
know I'm
yeah.
gonna break up with her.
Yeah.
That's happening.
No, but like I expect
Oh my
like
gosh.
I will come to that point. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That I
Yeah.
will break up with this girl.
Yeah.
Like,
Because
I
you did
expect
say that. You did,
Exactly.
you did
I
say
do
that.
expect
Yeah,
that.
Because
yeah.
it's
You know what I
like you brought it up is you can physically break up with them, but and try to make it work.
Yeah.
But that emotional breakup,
It's
that's
huge.
the part that will
100%.
scar.
Yeah,
And
huge.
that's the part where we can't answer right now because we won't know.
Mhm.
Because I know for a fact right now, if Yeon somehow cheats on me with a baddie or something,
Can guys be baddies too?
yeah, why not?
All right.
Equality.
Make it
Okay.
normal, guys. Normalize
equality,
it.
bro. Equality.
I'm a baddie.
All right, let's calm it down.
Well, all right.
That was kind of weird.
All right, let's calm it down.
What's that with?
Hey,
First of all,
yeah.
first of all,
Anyways, bring it back, right? If you want to hear me, I actually don't know whether I would ever be able to move past that emotionally.
Mhm.
I think like physically, yes, I can forgive
Yeah.
her, and I understand things happen.
Yeah.
But emotionally, in my mind, I'm like, yo, I don't know when I can ever trust you. Like, I need to know where you are at all the time, like blah blah blah, all this, like. And the thing is this. She can do all that
Yep.
for like 10 years or so. But the one
and you would
time
still have.
she like
yeah.
does something sus already,
Yeah.
it'll become it'll come.
Yeah.
I know it like
Yeah,
from her.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's the thing
Yep.
where I like you said, I respect couples that
That dude.
still stick
Yeah.
together and do it because I actually cannot imagine a world where I'll be able to actually move past
Move
that.
past it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's why for me it's like, oh,
Yeah,
that's
that-
tough.
Well, okay. Well, let me give you an opinion from experience.
Oh.
From experience, okay.
Oh.
I'm not gonna. Okay, we're not.
Oh, God.
We're not name
Go
dropping.
we don't
there.
do that here. No,
We're not
no,
name
no.
Go
dropping. Let's
there.
just let's just experience.
Okay,
Okay.
go ahead,
I mean,
go ahead.
I feel like this is what people want to know, right?
Oh,
Like,
okay.
let's just go into
Alright,
the
we need
juicy
that.
I mean, I
juicy.
want to know now.
Experience,
So, why don't you tell us?
Okay. I have been cheated on, and then I have been cheated on,
Ooh.
then broken up over a
Damn.
letter
Oh my god.
while that person was on a plane to another country
No.
to live there,
Another country, another state.
another state to live
No.
there.
Get the
okay.
details right, bro.
Do you want to calm down?
Okay.
Wow.
Okay,
It was
anyway.
it was a written
Those
letter.
people hurt
It was
you,
a
so
written
I'm, like, having your
letter.
back.
It was a written letter.
At least
Very
it's
neat
personal.
handwriting. Anyway, I thought before these instances happened, like even after the first time, I genuinely thought I was a person because I knew Jesus and I knew his goodness. I thought I was a person that genuinely could forgive this person and move on. But after the second time, and if I think about it now, I'm like, genuinely, if Nick cheated on me, could I ever
phone.
come to forgive this man and continue to love him at the same time? I'm not confident. I'm genuinely not confident. Like, I genuinely don't think, one, okay, I feel like I could forgive him, but that forgiving him would be through so much prayer, through so much prayer, with my teeth absolutely just gritted,
That's actually not
and
good
for
your teeth.
my benefit. Like, it would just be so that I have peace, right? But I don't think I could continue to love him because I don't think I could live with the fact that I am pouring out love onto someone who has hurt me so deeply. And I know that in like a Christian sense, you have to, forgive them and like no matter how much they hate. But I believe there's a point. I've been learning this concept of, in the Bible, it says, be a peacemaker. It doesn't say be a peacekeeper.
Okay.
It says be a peacemaker. That means you don't have to put up with crap. You don't have to put up with being pushed around. You don't have to be put up with continuously being hurt. But you have to actively still make peace.
Yep.
And if that were to ever happen, I would still make peace with him. But I don't know if I were to actively be okay loving him the same capacity that I did.
Can I add something as well?
Yeah.
Well, are you finished?
Yeah.
Like, my thing with the whole cheating in general, right, is this. You never really know how someone really feels. Like, do they feel bad that they cheated? Or do they feel bad that they got caught? Because for me, I'm like, if they never got caught and never got brought to light, would they keep doing it?
That's true.
Like, that's the thing I feel like will get me, because they can be as sorry as they want, because obviously they got caught, right? They got no foot to stand on. But then it's like, okay, I know you're really sorry now, but then my mind will always go back to, what if I never caught you? Or what if there's someone else that I don't even know about? You know,
Yeah.
like, are they sorry because they generally just got caught and now they want to try to keep you in their lives because they feel so bad?
That's true.
Yeah.
eh?
Or do they, generally feel bad
Yeah.
that they cheat?
You're
I don't
right.
know. We would never
Yeah,
know.
I guess if you catch them in the act, it's like hard to tell, because if they wanted to tell you about it,
Yeah.
maybe I'll be a bit more like, okay, we can work
Yeah.
through this.
But
But
that's, I feel like that's a mystery of
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
relationship. But the only reason why you think of it, like, or what if they're still doing it? It's because they've done it. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
It's
Like, I
that
could have a
emotional
perfectly
part.
healthy
Yeah.
relationship where she didn't cheat anyone. It's not even in my mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I could still be thinking that. Like, oh, she could actually just be, if she's flying out to wherever, she could be cheating on me right now. That's like paranoid, and that's
Yeah.
no trust.
Okay.
That's what
Yeah.
I mean.
so we all
But
agree
yeah.
that it just wouldn't work.
Yeah,
with us.
yeah, but
Yeah,
like,
genuinely.
that's why you have to be confident in them and yourself. But I do think, I think some cheaters, it does take a toll on them. It does take a toll, and it's not particularly because they get caught. It's because they morally they know it's wrong,
They just
and
cannot
socially
live with the
it's
guilt.
wrong. Like
Yeah.
from like beginning to end of like
Yeah.
time, it's always
Yeah.
been wrong.
It's not right. Yeah.
Yeah,
And honestly, if you do it in Perth, you're dumb.
Yeah,
Because
don't do it.
everybody
Yeah.
knows
Get
everybody.
caught, bro.
Somebody knows somebody that's working somewhere that
For
will
real.
see you, and it's over.
Yeah.
somebody go
Absolutely.
see you in Brown Spoon. That's for sure.
Yeah,
That's
no
for
doubt.
sure.
No
Not
Marubang,
sponsored.
no
Yeah, don't go there,
places,
man.
bro.
But yeah, not legit. But yeah,
Yeah.
oh, I see. I
But
see
that's
your
just
point.
that's
I
just-
see your point.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
Easier said than done. And the
Absolutely.
reason why it's easier said than done is because
We're not
we
going through
cannot.
it, man.
Yeah, we cannot get over it. It's only through Christ that we can get over it.
oh,
Like
for sure.
we
Yeah.
genuinely cannot get over such heartbreak. No matter how many times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for that guy in the Bible, like the reason why he got through it is because it's through Christ.
For
Yeah.
sure.
And that's
Genuinely.
why it's so much easier for us.
Yeah.
Like for people it take years and years, but sometimes
Mm.
it just takes God to be able to come in and just heal everything. And that's
Mm.
Yeah.
when that's when it just becomes easy. Like life
Mm.
just becomes that much easier as well.
So
But yeah.
peaceful.
I mean, I have one last question
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
to wrap up.
Mhm.
We may have touched on this before, one when we talked about in the car, that little interview I had with you about trying to love again after going through all that trauma and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But because you were just talking about like, oh, you got cheated once, cheated twice, third luck's a charm kind of thing. Third time's a charm. How
third?
Touch wood.
how did
Not
you?
the third person cheating on her. No.
No, like
No,
third-
as in like
third
you're
time's a charm. As in like
like
third time
the,
going into her relationship.
like third. Is he
relationship
the
with
third relationship?
Oh, she counting.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's
Yeah.
the-
Anyways, how did you? I mean, maybe for those, I don't know if we touched on it properly. I don't know, not sure, but maybe we want to hear it now. But how did you, learn to like Nick or like get in a relationship with him? Because like with all that past behind you, right?
Yeah.
How can you even put yourself in that position?
Okay.
Like I think it would be very difficult because at that point, if I was a girl or even a boy, like I got cheated on twice, I wouldn't trust girls at all, man. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't even want to date anyone anymore.
Yeah.
So how did you put yourself in a position when you're like, all right, I'm going to embrace love and try to make this work?
I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna be very cheesy. We got together at a point of our life. Don't make that face. Don't do that face. We got together in a point of our life where I was absolutely not looking for anything because I was hurt, like you mentioned. Like I was so deeply hurt by the male species that
Ooh.
I was so angry, and I just, when you just want to obliterate everything that you hate. Yeah, I was in that mood. Just any man walking down the street annoyed me. Annoyed
breathing.
me. Just breathing in my area annoyed me.
I literally
Made
saved
me question.
mankind.
just as
Made
chromosomes.
me
Just annoyed me.
question. I was getting to the point. I was like, you know what? Some people need to like take a test, pass that test to be able to procreate. Because some people don't deserve to produce more of their
In
kind.
your once perfect world. You gotta go through
Like,
an
you know,
ATAR
like,
level
yeah,
quiz
exactly.
to procreate.
Exactly. Like we need to have some
Like
moral
smart
tests.
babies.
Anyway, I was that point mad. And then this guy came into my life. And oh my god, I actually
the-
can't do this.
I actually
No,
saved
Nick
I
is the
actually
peak
cannot
of
do
male
this.
species.
I actually
mankind.
cannot do
Well, you heard it here
this.
first, guys. It's because of Nick.
Nick is the savior.
He's
I
won
saved
something.
men in no one's
He saw
life.
competition and then he was like, all right, you gotta be the best.
I'll cop it for all of you.
Anyway, he pretty much taught me how to and reprogrammed my emotions and my thoughts on how I can see men in a different light. Wow. I pretty much like learnt that someone can be consistent and so can you stop doing that?
His ego is
I'm
huge.
celebrating men.
Can you just stay quiet while I say
I
this?
am
Thank
quiet.
you.
I am quiet.
Once again, it's a journey.
Your actions are that.
It's a journey.
It's a journey. They're
It's
still
a
going
journey.
through it.
I still, yeah.
You want value underneath it, still wants to kill every man she sees.
Correct.
It's actually true. Yeah.
Yeah. I do get very irked by that. Yeah, the new whole TikTok thing, like the CEO and like a white man, a white
Whoa,
congressman.
We don't talk about colour.
We don't bring color, shade, anything into
No,
this.
no,
But
no.
yeah, no, I
Anyway.
see your point, I see your point.
Anyway, just gets me to feeling type of way. Anyway, but it was quite literally, he pretty much nursed me back to health in that sense of, you know what? That's all.
Okay, wait.
That's all.
it.
No, but now I
That's
want to
it.
know. I want to know from Nick.
I'm a
what
healer,
do you? Okay,
teacher,
let's be serious for a
converter.
second, Nick.
He didn't
let's,
do anything
let's be serious,
consciously.
bro. Okay.
This is me.
Okay, hang on. Let
So I
me
think
just
people
put-
actually want to know an actual answer to this because
What?
people out there probably have been cheated on, they've been
Whoa.
hurt. No, let's just say,
Yeah,
and they're listening in, and they're like, okay, so where's my answer? You know, like,
What
okay,
is
I
the
mean,
answer?
I guess again, it's like case by case. But what
Yeah.
worked for you, and what did Nick do that helped you get to where you were?
I don't even
I won't
think he
What's
knows.
the nursing?
I don't
Love,
even. What?
care,
Oh
patience.
God.
Is it actually though? Is it actually?
Dinda's actually cringing
Like,
behind
as
the
cheesy as
camera.
that sounds, I think that's it. I feel like if any action that you did, like as long as it's rooted in love,
Okay, and
it's gonna be there.
And this is the interesting part,
Yeah,
right? This
kind of.
I'm not sure if I can disclose this, but at that point in time, you guys did not like each other.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I hated her
we
guts.
hated each other a
when
lot.
Nick had
I mean,
Yuan-
if you've been following us for a while,
I remember
Yeah.
when Nick had Yuan come into church, and then Nick was like, "I don't know if I should say hi to her. Like, do I even want to say hi to her?"
bro, we would spend.
Yeah.
We wouldn't even start recording it, and
Yeah.
we're like talking about you and all that.
Me and Jara were like,
Oh.
"He's gonna date her."
Not in a good way. Not in a good way. Sometimes.
We were like, he's
Oh
gonna-
yeah, yeah.
Really?
No,
Me and Jara
no,
called it. It was funny.
I remember like
You
Nick would be okay.
called it.
Okay, you know, we'll
Okay,
quickly
guys,
end on a
it's
light
long
note.
time ago. It's a long time ago.
Wait, we'll end on
Everything's
that story.
blurry. Yeah,
but I want to get an answer first from
Yeah,
you
yeah,
guys
first,
before
okay.
we forget.
Yep.
Okay, so like,
Okay,
like, what did that
here's the
look
answer.
like?
Okay.
Yeah.
It was just okay when you are in at that point. I was also not mentally doing very, very well. I was at a very low point in my life, and so when you have someone that you didn't actually even ask to be there, but shows up every single time without having to ask, that's pretty much it. Showing up consistently
Aw.
and showing that person this is what you deserve every single time.
Nick didn't even know that.
I'm quite impressed
Nick was like-
about me.
Nick was like, "I shut
Hey.
up."
But yeah, anyways, let me tell you about my perspective.
Wait, whoa, what do you mean?
Wait, because you asked year one NI, right?
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Nick's
wait.
like, I worked so hard for
Are you,
this.
are you,
yeah,
are
yeah,
you-
yeah. Let me just disclose this.
Are you done though?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to cut you off.
What a
It's
gentleman.
fine. I've just
No.
I've
But
finished.
do you have anything else you need to say?
No.
Okay. For me, I feel like what actually got me to be like that is actually being an Arsenal fan.
What? Come
Okay.
on now.
No, let me
Don't bring
let me
Arsenal
share
to
it.
this.
Let me share it. All right.
Yeah, he actually
No,
you
let me-
actually
no,
ruined
because
it. You
she's-
actually
hers was
ruined
so,
the
like,
entire
emotional.
thing.
Okay,
Mine has to be
okay,
real.
well, allow it. Carry
So-
on.
Being an Arsenal fan, it has been about 20 years since we won the league, right? And then the time was still going. It was 18, 17 years. I could have left. I could have followed another
Here
club.
we go.
Oh,
I
come
could have
on.
ignored people that make fun of me.
Okay.
But all those things taught me to just be patient and to
come
just
on.
be loyal and trust and just when you care for something, you care for something.
Mm,
And you still watch all their games even though they piss you off. You
Yep.
watch all the games even though they kept conceding things.
that's good.
All this stuff. And honestly, I feel like genuinely, this is the serious side now. That's what taught me to. Wow. To literally be like this as a person, like loyalty
Yeah.
and just caring and going beyond is because of literally my conscious choice to just keep being an Arsenal fan.
Okay.
So Arsenal sponsor us.
All right. Now, I don't want to downplay what you just said, but
Okay.
basically, you just regurgitate what Yawan said. You just add Arsenal to it.
But yeah, but no, but
Like everything
but
in
I'm
his
sharing the
life,
I'm sharing
yes.
the why I
Okay.
can't be that.
Oh, okay.
Because
because
he's
of
He's got
Arsenal.
roots. He's got he's got a backstory to it.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
You know?
he's gone through worse, pretty much.
Yeah, that's
He's gone-
true.
he's
That's
gone
true.
through
Yeah.
a team.
I mean,
that's
exactly.
18
I mean,
years
Arsenal
old.
hasn't even won the cup yet.
You've not seen
Still,
but
it's
like
it's a journey.
but it's still a journey, right? Like
It's
yeah.
a journey. It's a
Like
journey.
it's even if we win or not, I'll be very sad, but I will still keep going. You know, and that's
Mm,
Okay.
Wow.
Well, thank you for your answers,
that was
guys.
good. Yeah.
Now we're just gonna end on a light story.
Consistent.
on when Ethan and I looked at each other in the eyes and we're like, "Oh, this guy's gonna date her." That's for
Yeah.
sure.
So
At what point did you guys
so this is
know?
the start of the podcast where I started to actually
He's not gonna like this.
come in, and then Nick would be late as usual. Me and Jared just chilling,
Yeah,
and Nick would
setting
be
up.
late, and then
Always.
Nick would just always have a story about you. Oh, like Yone's been visiting the church, and like I don't know if I should say hi or anything. Like,
Aw.
But before that, it was a lot of
yeah,
a lot
it
of
was just
like,
like, why is she here?
Yeah, a lot of hate.
Why is she at my
Yeah,
church? Like I don't
Rah, rah, rah.
understand. Yeah,
Sounds like him.
yeah. So
yeah,
then
well, it was.
was there anything else you?
No, that's
Yeah, so then he just kept coming in, and me and Jara were kind of getting sick of it to the point where when he would leave, me and Jara would just look at each other like this. We'd be like, I think this guy's gonna date her.
And there was a moment when he was talking after we had that
Yeah,
little like,
yeah.
I think he's gonna date her.
He's
Or
like,
he's gonna
"Oh,
like
look
it.
at
kinda- Yeah, he's not in the conversation anymore.
Yeah, see? Uninterested.
No,
It's- you know why?
Ooh.
this kind of shows that like loyal friends still talk behind your back.
No, loyal
Hey,
friends
like,
know
you
what he's
never
thinking,
really
bro.
Listen,
know,
listen.
You never really know what
Wait,
people
whoa.
really feel, and now
Listen.
it's all coming out.
No, you
Well,
knew exactly
tell
how
us
we
we're
felt,
wrong.
bro.
Tell us you didn't end up
Wait,
dating
listen,
her.
listen. Okay, Nick. Okay, whoa. Okay, Nick got us on the whole like, let's all hate on year
Oh, yeah,
one
that's
bandwagon, and
That
all of,
is true.
it's like, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh yes, I'm team year one now. And we're like, what, bro? What
do you
we
mean?
literally
Okay.
we bought all the merchandise. Are you telling us we switched sides?
You put stakes into
Isn't
this.
that
You literally
what-
did an anti-Arsenal just then, bro.
Isn't that
you were all
what-
this team, and then you moved to the other side. You just contradicted yourself. Fool.
Isn't that what life is about?
Dude,
growing.
Anyways,
changing.
let's continue the
But
story.
also, I'm just a good salesman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So this guy
Okay.
just came in constantly, and then there was a point.
gonna go.
There was a point
But literally, yeah,
where you could.
Say-
you
Okay,
could
okay.
say-
So he was on his own thing again, and then because
This is
actually
the
it's
end
quite
of the
fitting because
episode.
he preached about acceptance the other
Stay
day.
fresh. See you
And
next
Nick would
time.
be like, "Oh, I just have this weak spot for like people that are just not,
Yeah,
fitting
I
in."
said
Remember that? And then Ethan and I were like,
I have this weak
I
spot
remember
for
because-
people in need.
because the tone changed.
Yeah,
that one
it
time,
changed.
every time it was all hate, all right, and then
Yeah.
slowly progressed to more like, "Oh, maybe I should be her friend." And we're like, "Whoa, wait, hold up, what's going on now?" And he's like, "You never know, I might date her." And we're like, "What?" No,
Did you
he
say
did
that?
He did say
He
that.
did. He did say that. I think
Alright,
that was
guys.
him subtly trying to like groom us into that thought.
He's like, you know,
but it was a shock to the
Guys,
system.
guys.
Man, how did we
As
get here?
as much as I don't like her, I just
cringing.
feel like I need to help her.
I'm sweating, bro.
It's like that's the way,
Guys,
That's the way.
Yeah, I'm getting hyped up about this because this is such a big moment. Because Ethan and I was just like,
I remember I looked at John. I
what
was
did
like,
he say?
I was like, what did he say?
Bro, that was. Anyways, and then
Anyways,
since then, and then next thing you know,
man.
shebang,
They're
boom,
dating.
They're
Guys,
dating.
dating.
And it's been
They're
like
dating.
3 years.
we all go through our struggles and we all have our
What
faults.
did I do?
My faults just stand out more than some people's. You know, some people's faults like hide in the background. But I'm an
Give
authentic
it
guy.
up,
that-
man.
Anyways,
Give
thank
it
you
up.
for watching.
All right,
Thank
thanks,
you.
guys.
Enough of Nick.
Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the discussion.
Enjoyed
It
the little
was
story.
kind of here and there, and it was crazy, lots of ups and downs and all that. But I hope that you guys take something away. You know, maybe
Food for
you should
thought.
be like Nick. You know, be persistent, like an Arsenal fan. You
I
know,
thought you're gonna be like, be a hypocrite. You know?
all that, or switch sides halfway. It's up
God.
to you. I mean,
Guys,
you
no one asked me
consistency.
out, by the way.
I
Anyways.
did not ask you out. I did not ask you out.
Camera
Don't.
right now.
all right. See you later.
Okay.
Stay fresh.
감사합니다.
Oh wait,
Stay
hold
fresh.
up. I forgot to do all the important stuff like subscribe. Okay,
go, do
a
that.
little nitty
Here
gritty
we go.
stuff. If you guys have stayed with us to the end of this podcast, you're still listening. Respect. Also, you need to hear me out. We switched platforms recently. Okay. For our podcast.
Yes.
So if you go on Spotify right now, you might see Two Fresh Goods. That's because there is Two Fresh Goods. That's the problem. Now go to the one that has no star rating. Put a 5 on that for us, please, if you enjoyed the
Yeah.
podcast. Because the other ones, I'm going to terminate that. So, anyways, that's confusing stuff. But show some love, like, subscribe, all that. We're very lively on Instagram, so check us out, and TikTok. And that's all the ads. All right, thank
Come
you,
on.
everyone. Thank you, guys, as always. And stay fresh.
Stay fresh.